Hey folks, Randy Go, Trout Magnet Man with you here today. Going to have a little short clip of me landing a 17-inch largemouth using the fine tail Banshee Super Ultralight with the 2.3 pound ester polyester line. It was quite a battle. It was an epic battle. And also we're going to discuss a little bit about the channel, about the audio situation, and what we're going to do about it. Now, the last video I put up, the audio was horrible. And I'm not just talking about the trolling motor sound when it's turning. That's not the issue. The issue was this right angle connector is no good. Went back yesterday and tested, made some videos, test videos using that right angle connector. It mutes out one side of the channel, plus it mutes the side it was working. And sure enough, went online, read all the reviews, all the negative reviews, and even though it got 4.5 stars, the negative reviews, they were all the same. They had the same issue I did. So anyway, we're not going to use that anymore. We're going to get back to some good audio. Now, as for the trolling motor sounds, when I'm using the YOLO-Tech, which I've been using the YOLO-Tech, that's the new angle I'm using. It's mounted on the front of the boat. As you know, this pole is aluminum, or you may not know, but it is aluminum. And my boat is aluminum. There's no carpet in my boat. I have a Zoltone interior for traction, and it's easy to clean. But what happens is, since the trolling motor is mounted on a plate on the aluminum deck, and the deck's aluminum, that aluminum is just acting like a drum skin, and it's just transferring the sound right up that pole, right to that camera, and I understand it's annoying. It's annoying to me. The only solution to that is for me to get a lavalier mic, a wireless lavalier mic, which I plan on doing, but the one I want is $200. I don't want to spend $30 or $40 on a cheap wireless mic that in all likelihood is not going to pan out at all. Rode has just come out with one. I said a couple months ago they come out with it, but they're out of stock everywhere now. They're making a second batch, and it should be ready, I don't know, maybe in July. But if I'm going to continue to do the videos where I'm using the YOLO-Tech power pole up front, we're just going to have to put up with the trolling motor sound until at such time I get the wireless lavalier mic. Because there's no kind of mic I can get to mount on the camera that will do away with that sound. That just ain't going to happen. I've tried it. It's you can't get rid of it. I've tried to process it out. Well, that's depending on if I'm talking when the trolling motor's turning or this or that. Then I process out my voice also. There's no way that I know to do it. Of course, I'm not an audio editor, but I have some basic skills doing it, but you just can't get rid of it. So it's there. I mean, I hate it as much as anybody. And we will continue to do what we do. But I want to tell you a little bit about catching this fish. I had a pre-op for a hip replacement the other day, so I didn't get to the lake till late. And was looking for some bluegill, as I always seem to be doing. But unfortunately, there were a few bluegill around, but they were not of any size. And what videos I made, the video, I couldn't process it. The sound was horrible. I was able to process the battle of this fish. It was the last catch of the day. And I'm able to edit it some to get the audio where it's halfway decent and you can hear it. I'm going to post it up. It's about a 3-minute clip to get this fish in. But anyway, use this fine tail Super Ultralight. And it just goes to show you, when you've got the flex in the rod, how much pressure it takes off that line. Because I can tell you, had I hooked that fish with, say, an aging rod, such as Yamaha Blank's Blue Current or the 2018 Corto, I would have not got that fish in. And I'm telling you folks that use this ester line, I know there's some of you out there that use it, it's just not made for aging rods. I mean, it is made for aging rods, but that's what they use it for in Japan. But when you start using aging rod in this and getting bigger fish, it's just not going to pan out. But you will see in this video Where with the flex of this rod, I was able to get that fish in. I mean, there was some doubt I was going to get him in, but I mean, the line held great. But that's because this rod was taking a lot of the pressure off the line. So I fully intend to continue to use the ester line when I'm targeting big fish, but I'll use the appropriate rod. And the appropriate rod is going to be an area trout rod. It's going to be a Beirut rod. The aging rods and ester line for big fish, I'm telling you, it just does not get along. But anyway, I've been using, as most of you know, I've been using the new Daiwa Presso Limited 1025 reel that I got a couple of weeks back. And I got to tell you folks, now I'm not going to catch a single more fish using this reel than I do with the other reels I got. That's not the way that works. But what it is about this reel is an absolute pure joy to fish with. Smooth, I can't describe how smooth it is. It's beyond smooth. It's just a fantastic reel. And for those of you who are into JDM gear and you're looking maybe not to go to that top of the line Exist reel, which is their top of the line flagship model, this is their top of the line trout model. Normally sells for $400, and of course I got it on sale at a great discount. But I'm going to tell you, for those of you looking for that, this thing is off the charts good. It's just fantastic. I love my Luvius reels. They do great. They're smooth as butter. But this thing is like turning air. It's an absolute pleasure to fish with this reel. I mean, it's just an absolute pleasure. And, I may have made a mistake by buying this reel. It seems to be the case with anything you buy JDM. You once you get that best in your hands, it's hard to go back. Now, keep in mind, I want to always stress this. That reel, that rod is not necessarily going to put one more fish in my boat. Not necessarily. The rods will give you a distinct advantage if you're a finesse fisherman. I've said that, and I will continue to say that. But it will make you a better fisherman. The JDM gear is it's just phenomenal stuff. So anyway, folks, I hope all of you are doing well. I hope you're out able to fish in between these intermittent windy days, the storm days. The weather just seems to be, I don't know, it's up and down, up and down, up and down. And right now it's down, calling for thunderstorms. We're supposed to have 100% rain yesterday, 100% rain today, 100% rain tomorrow, 100% rain on Saturday. So I don't know when I'll be getting out again. I'm going to try to get out tomorrow with my son if we can dodge the thunderstorms enough, just to see what we can catch. But anyway, folks, I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the feedback. And just because you have something, I won't say derogatory, if you have something that you feel that you should make a comment about my videos, what might make a better video, as long as it's done in a good manner, I'm open to good feedback. I know my videos, they're works in progress. I've only been doing this a year. I'm finding out as I go along all the things I've done wrong. I'm trying to correct them as I go along. And so any kind of constructive feedback is certainly welcome here. Just because you give me something that's, don't be afraid to say, hey, have you thought about trying this? Have you thought about doing this? I welcome all that. That's not an issue. What I don't like is someone who comes on, and I've had to block a couple of people that just come out and say, you're doing this all wrong, and this is no good, and that's no good, and that's no good. They come out with their attitude, with bad attitude about it, and I don't like that. And I'm too old to put up with that, so I just block them. But I had a comment the other day about the annoying grating sound of the trolling motor turning from a gentleman, and I respect his opinion and addressed it, and I did not mind his comment at all. It was welcome. And we're going to get that fixed. Unfortunately, it's going to cost, I think I said it's going to cost $200 to fix that. But I'm learning real fast with this camera business and with this audio business that you truly get what you pay for. And if you try to cheap out, it's not going to work out. I believe you me, I wish there was a $30 or $40 wireless mic out there that would perform well, but when you start looking at them, you see that ain't gonna get it. So anyway, folks, once again, appreciate the comments. Appreciate you watching the videos. Would appreciate it if you share. If you haven't subscribed, appreciate you subscribing. We're going to continue to make some fishing videos, and when I get my hip replaced on June 26th, a couple of weeks after that, I'm hoping I can do more videos. I'm hoping it's going to increase my range of motion, where I can walk longer, where I can do things that I haven't been able to do in a couple of years. And I'm really looking forward to getting that hip replaced, because I'm thinking it's just going to open me up back to fishing maybe 3 or 4 or 5 days a week. I'm hoping it does. I'm really hoping it does. So anyway, until next time, soil up them all, and life is good.
What do we got here? Pretty good fish, looks like. What is this thing? Oh my gosh, what a largemouth, folks. What a largemouth I've done hooked here. What a largemouth I've done hooked here. In the tree, got him out of the tree, then he got back in the tree. I was under the boat. If I get this joker in, it's sure a good fish for this rod. I can tell you that. Whoa, whoa, folks. Wow. Wow. Now that, on a super ultralight, that's pretty darn good, folks. On a super ultralight. Let's get a measurement on this joker. Oh man. He's 17 inches. That's a healthy largemouth on the super ultralight, folks.